I'm hungry for it, man. You know I gotta get it. I hit the ground running. You know I gotta get it. I see that money coming. You know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta get it. Whatever's necessary. You know I gotta get it. Bullshit is secondary. You know I gotta get it. They say we legendary. You know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta get it. What up? It's homeboy Maul the Pimp, aka MTP, and welcome to another special edition of the Pimpoholic TV Podcast. And as always, I got a special guest here. This lady right here, I'm gonna introduce her plain and simple, like I did a few months ago. This lady right here, she's negotiated some of the most lucrative deals in the record industry. She's either negotiated a deal for artists or helped artists get out of a fucked up deal that they were stuck in. And also, she's consulted for numerous artists. I'm talking about a lady whose credentials go long, a lady who needs no introduction. I'm talking about Miss Wendy Day. Welcome to Pimpoholic TV, Wendy. How you doing, man?
Thank you, Mom. I'm doing great. It's been such a busy year, but it's been really, really good.
Yes, man. It's so nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Yes, for y'all, I met Wendy years ago, but we was able to reconnect during the 2022 Chattanooga Hip Hop Summit. She was a guest on a panel called Marketing and Branding right alongside Jeff Monday from Motown and also Kim Osario. And I was honored to be able to moderate that panel. So we was able to link up then. Now I got her on the Pimpoholic TV Podcast. She's going to spit a bunch of games. So y'all need to tune in, get your notes out, and listen to this stuff right here because you can learn something from her.
I got to give a shout out to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Again, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Let me tell you all about the Chattanooga Cigar Club. The Chattanooga Cigar Club is Chattanooga's premier cigar and hookah lounge, open Thursday through Sunday with ladies free on Friday and live music up until 10 o'clock. Keep in mind, you can also rent the building for your own events from Sunday through Wednesday. Shout out to my guys D. Scott and Kurt at the Chattanooga Cigar Club. For more information, log on to ChattanoogaCigarClub.com. Again, salute to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Much love. Yeah.
Let me start out like this, Wendy. What was your introduction into the record industry, and what do you say it is that you special in?
I came to this as a fan, so I started listening to rap music in 1980, which makes me a lot older than most of the people watching this.
Okay.
But I come as a fan of the music and part of the culture, the hip hop culture. Okay. So in 1992, I didn't like the way that artists were being treated by their management or their record deals, not all, but most.
Right.
So I started the not-for-profit Rap Coalition to help educate artists about how the music industry works, as well as pulling people out of bad deals or renegotiating them into good deals. After a few years of doing that, I realized that just doing that wasn't really enough, that if artists couldn't make money doing what they love, there was no point in them rapping. So I started a for-profit company called Power Moves. And for artists that have at least $250,000 in investment, usually they have an investor or they're signed to a small record label, they hire me to show them how to make money with their music, help them put music into the marketplace. So it's me and a staff of 6 that are helping artists make music with their money. We're building millionaires over here. It's kind of cool.
Let me ask you this. You said, because you've negotiated a bunch of deals and you got people out of deals. Would you consider yourself an entertainment lawyer?
Oh, God, no. I'm not an entertainment attorney. I never went to law school. No.
Where does your education come
from? I have a master's degree in marketing, so that's where that comes from. I've got a master's degree in African American studies, which doesn't really apply to putting out music. And then my undergraduate degree was in graphic design. So I really learned by doing. School of Hard Knocks.
Gotcha. So let me see here. Over the years, let's name a few of the artists you did deals for. And matter of fact, before you said, what was the first deal you negotiated, and with who?
No Limit, Master P's original deal at Priority. I was part of a group of people that actually were negotiating that deal. And it's hard to work in a group. You get a lot of brain power, but you get a lot of arguing too. Like there were people on the team that didn't understand why owning the masters had value, but I'll just let that go and keep moving. So the next deal I did after that was Twista's deal. It was a joint venture deal at Atlantic Records. From there, I went on to help Eminem. I did Cash Money's deal, David Banner, Fiend's deal at Rough Riders. More recently, Trouble's deal when he was signed to Interscope through Mike Will Made It. I helped with ATL Jacob at Republic and Girl Code at 300. They're the more recent deals that I've done. But my goal isn't to do deals for people. That's not really where the money is. That's not really what's best for artists. What's best for artists is for them to stay independent as long as possible. So I'm a big proponent of people putting out their music, funding it themselves or with an investor, and making the lion's share of the money themselves. That's to me just the better option.
What's up? What's up? I got to give a special shout out to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Let me tell y'all about the AM Group LLC. The AM Group LLC is an independent distribution company that offers essential services such as internet, home security, energy, identity protection, wireless, and more. Secure your homes and businesses. Get a free consultation from my homegirl, Miss Nori. Email the amgroupllc@gmail.com to schedule your appointment. You can also visit www.isnorinori.com. Click the services tab to check out all the deals that they offer. Salute to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Much love. Y'all go check them out. Yeah.
Gotcha. If you don't mind, can you name a few artists, if you can, who you've gotten out of bad situations?
I don't really talk too much about the guys that I've gotten out of bad
Okay.
situations
All right. No
because
problem.
I don't know that they want that out
Gotcha.
there.
Gotcha.
But the guys that I know would be cool with it, Little Donald, Common, Killer Priest, Crooked Lettuce, which was David Banner,
Right.
Slick Rick. I'll just stop there.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, you negotiated the Cash Money deal, initial deal with Universal. And it goes back to the independent thing. I heard you say a while ago in another interview that you said the power that Baby and Slim was able to use to negotiate the deal was that they were able to say no.
Yeah, because they had their own funding and they were selling music before I even came into the picture.
Right.
All I did was turbo boost it for them. And I just used what I learned from working Do or Die and Twisted in Chicago. I just applied that to Cash Money. So when I met them, they had put out 31 albums over a 6-year period. Like they were geniuses. You know, I didn't give them a skill set. They came to me with the skill set.
Right.
What I was able to do was bring them out of New Orleans and Houston, which is where they were spending most of their time, really all along. Is that I-10?
Right. Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they, that's really where they're spending their time. I brought them up into Memphis, up into the Midwest, over as far as Jacksonville and Atlanta. We just enlarged their area, and I watched their sales go from 25,000 every time they put out a CD to 75,000 within the first week of putting out CDs.
Right. Would you say that would be your most lucrative deal to date?
Yeah, that probably is.
$30 million deal with 85-15 split, ownership of the masters.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
probably most lucrative.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, for new artists who are looking at this, if you're a new artist coming into the game, the ones who are going to sign a deal, who are not going to do the independent thing, explain in a nutshell, a new artist coming in with pretty much no bargaining power or a little bit of bargaining power. What's a good deal versus a bad deal coming in as a new artist?
Well, if there's no bargaining power, it's not a good deal to begin with, because unless you're able to show the labels that you can remove the risk, the deal's not going to be great. They're going to offer you minimal money up front to put out the music and test it. And if it doesn't test well, you're not going to get another shot. And the downside of that is that if you think it's hard to get a deal when you don't have one, try having one, getting dropped, and try to get another one. It's next to impossible. So it's almost better to find a situation where somebody really believes in you. They're willing to put up the proper investment. And by proper, I mean somewhere $500,000 or up. You know, if a label's going to invest in you, it takes millions of dollars to build a career. This is not a lucky industry. This is not, you throw the music out there and it catches on. And if people are telling you that's what they're doing, they're lying, because they're spending money to market and promote. They're spending money to record. They're spending money to shoot videos. They're spending money to market and promote those videos.
Right.
They're spending money and time on social media to build themselves. It takes money. It's starting a business.
Right.
It's hard to start a business with no money.
So if I'm an artist with a little bargaining power, I got a YouTube following, I got Instagram following, TikTok following, I'm streaming pretty good. What kind of deal would I consider a good deal, considering what I'm already brought to the table? What can I come in and ask for?
You wouldn't come in asking, because they're gonna tell you what your value is. You're not gonna come in and say, I want $1 million.
Okay.
They're gonna tell you, hey, we see what you got going on, and we feel that we could offer you 150,000 or 350,000 or $500,000 or $1 million. They're gonna tell you what they feel that you are worth to them. And then if you can start a bidding war, or if you can keep putting your music out while you're negotiating and watch it grow, you're going to be in a much better position than not. And if you don't feel what they're offering you is fair, you can always say no. And that's what you just asked me before about Cash Money. The first offer we got was for 75,000 just for Juvenile. And they were smart enough to say, no, we're making that on our own.
Right.
You know, I'm working with an artist out of the Bay Area right now, La Russell. And La Russell's getting offers for millions of dollars, but he's making $100,000 a month doing what he's doing. So why would he take $1 million offer when he can make that in a year? It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
And 100% ownership.
Right.
So, and he's growing. So in a minute, it might be 150 a month or 200 a month or 300 a month.
Right.
So it just doesn't make sense for him to do a deal that's kind of on the lowball side. So every deal is different. I can't sit here and tell you what a good deal is without looking at the paperwork, knowing what the offer is, or knowing what leverage you have. This isn't an industry where it's set in stone. It depends on what other artists are doing. Like, you might be streaming 1 million streams a month and you feel like you're doing really well, but there might be 50 other artists that are streaming 5 million a month. So in comparison, there's 5 people that are going to get a better deal offer than you are. So it really depends on what else is out in the marketplace, what type of music you make, the vibe with the label, who your team is. There's so much that goes into it beyond just the numbers.
Let me ask you this. I want to go from back in the day until now. Like years ago, like say maybe like in the Cash Money era, artists were making money, but it seems like now these new artists, they're getting big money these days. Like, and especially show money. Like these dudes
Yes.
I remember back in our era, you would come out, if you had a hot song, you maybe start out maybe 5,000, maybe 7,500. Then the song goes up, you go up to 10,000. You might do a remix with a big artist, you might go up to 15,000. Then you get from the Summer Jam tour, you might go up to 20, 25. These artists coming out the gate with one song asking 300,000, and they're getting it. Like, what happened? How did we get to that?
The availability of shows increased, so there's more people right now today going to shows than ever. I think the average was, when you talk to a hip hop fan, they were going to like 1 show a year or 2 shows a year. back in the day. Now the average is something like 6 shows a year or 8 shows a year. And I can't remember the exact statistic, but there's more people going to shows. So there's more people that are willing to spend money on tickets. That's why the price, I don't know of anybody that has one hot song that's getting 300,000. I don't think that's quite realistic, but I do know that somebody with a hot song can be getting anywhere from 25 to 50,000. I see it all the time.
Right. What are some
I hope they're getting 300,000 though. That's awesome.
What'd you say?
I hope they are getting 300,000. I think that's awesome.
You know what I mean? No, it's just like somebody who's been out 2 or 3 months it's already at. You're like, it's like in the artists from back in the day, they would never seeing that type of money, and not seeing it now.
It's a business, so it's based on how many people will buy tickets. So it's not like somebody's randomly giving them 300,000 saying, I hope 10 people come. They're giving them 300,000. If they're giving them that 300 because they know they can make back 600 on tickets or $1 million on tickets or whatever, whatever the economics are for that show. But if they know that artist has a fan base, if they're popping on social media and they're already getting shows around the country that are selling out, it's not hard to give somebody money to do a show when you know you're going to be able to sell out the venue.
Right. So in this modern time, what are the best marketing and promotion strategies artists can use to stay relevant now, to keep them just on the stage?
I'm a big fan of TikTok. I think this is a world where your image is everything. It's no longer just based on music. The truth is, Mal, I don't think it was ever based on music. Like even with Cash Money, they really blew up when people saw who they were as opposed to just hearing the music. So when they were moving around the country and their videos were on BET, which, back then was like social media today, that's when they really exploded. So to really be successful in today's world, you've got to be able to embrace your fans on social media. You've got to engage with them. You've got to go out into the real world and interact with people. I'm a big fan of influencer marketing. I think when you've got influencers talking about your music, it makes potential fans go and check you out and see if they like what you have to offer. And I think that's the key. You can't make somebody like you, but you can reach them and see if they like the music. TV and film is another great way to spread your music in 2022 and 2023. If you can get your music into some video games, onto commercials, you just want people to hear your music and have them attached to it, connect with it, and then go check out what else you're doing. Check out your other music.
Right. Let me ask you this. Right now, from what you're saying, who is the hottest male and hottest female artist in the game, from what you're saying right
now? I'm not sure I know the answer to that. I know that La Russell's really doing his thing. You mean independently or in general?
Independent or major.
Okay.
Major. Yes.
Major, I'd say the male that's really doing something is Bad Bunny. He's independent and he's major. Major meaning popular.
Right.
And he's killing it right now. In terms of females, I think that Megan Thee Stallion is doing a great job. Right. I think that Glorilla is doing her thing.
Right.
I really, this is a little self-serving because I did their deal, but I really love the Girl Code. To me, they feel like what Mobb Deep felt to me back in the day. Like, to me, they're like a female Mobb Deep, and I love their ability to rap, and I love the music that they make, and I love that grimy, lyrical style that they have. That's what speaks to me. Everybody's different. But I think, in terms of Kings, a little Baby, Dub Baby, right. Future, Metro Boomin, and 21 Savage just released an amazing project that was very well rolled out. So I think there's a lot of stars out here, but I also think music is more oversaturated than it's ever been.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So give us a few artists that you're working with and what can we expect coming?
I'm not going to name drop my artist because if I leave somebody out, I'll get fired. And I don't want that to happen. People get real sensitive about that. But what I can tell you is if you really follow me and you follow the cheat code, you'll be able to figure out just from conversations that we have. If you follow my YouTube channel and even what I've been doing recently on TikTok, I talk about my clients because I want people to take what they're doing, recreate it, do more of what works for them and less of what doesn't. I have a philosophy, Mal. It's called fail faster. And in
It's called
life,
what?
we
Say it
try
again. It's called
things,
what? It's called what?
fail faster, fail
Fail fast.
faster,
Okay.
fail faster. Because in life, we're going to try things and some of it's going to work, some of it's not going to work. But if we do more of what works and less of what doesn't, we figure out how to get there faster. So my philosophy is fail faster.
Fail fast. Fail fast. Okay, well, listen, when before we get out of here, I got to do something with you. It's called the Pick One Challenge. I'm going to name two things, and you got to
Okay.
pick one. You ready?
Okay.
Ready? Let's go. All right,
Yes.
first one. Cash Money or No Limit.
Cash Money.
NBA Youngboy or Kodak Black.
NBA Youngboy, hands down.
Lil Kim or Nicki Minaj.
Nicki.
Glorilla or Megan Thee Stallion.
Glorilla.
Jay-Z or 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Snoop or Ice Cube.
Cube.
MTV or BET.
BET.
Cardi B or Lotto.
Ooh. Lotto.
Boosie or Webby.
Boosie.
Drink Champs or Big Facts.
Drink Champs. Oh, but I love, man, Drink Champs.
Drink Champs. Okay.
Yeah.
Suge Knight or Jay Prince.
Suge Knight.
Scarface or Jadakiss.
Ooh. Ooh, Scarface.
Scarface.
That's a hard one.
Scarface.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Dog Pound or G-Unit.
G-Unit.
Last one. Beyonce or Rihanna.
I listen to more of Rihanna because she reaches me, but I love Beyonce's entrepreneurship. Well, Rihanna too.
Yeah, Rihanna.
Rihanna. That was a tough one, but Rihanna. If I had to pick one with a gun to my head, Rihanna.
Rihanna.
But
Rihanna.
to me, that's a close one. I got to really weigh them out.
Right. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ms. Wendy. But before you got here, please give everybody your Instagram, YouTube, social media so they can follow you.
Yep.
Please.
My YouTube channel, it's free. It's youtube.com/thisiswendyday. My Instagram is at Rap Coalition. My Twitter, my TikTok is at Rap Coalition. And then if you can't remember any of that, just go to wendyday.com. Everything links there.
Y'all heard that. That's the legendary, the nicest lady, Miss Wendy Day, tuning in to Pimpoholic TV. This is your boy Maul Pimp, aka MCP.
Thank
Make
you,
sure you
Maul.
go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Pimpoholic TV. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Maul Pimp, and go to my website, www.maulpimp.com. We out here. Salute.